Okay, so today we are adding and subtracting radicals again. So remember, think about our like terms. So if you have an x and an x and an x and an x, oops, this way, goodness, and another x, we can really say that these guys make two x's and these guys make three x's. So altogether we have five x's. So we're just adding how many we have and putting that as a number in front, and then the letter behind stays the same. Now, if we were to add some y's to this, like a y and a y and a y, we can't combine our y's with x's because they're two different letters. Instead, we just count how many of those we have. So we also have three y's. That's the same thing with our radicals. So like on number 2, we have a root 6 and a root 6 and a root 6. So there's 1, 2, 3 of them. So that means we have 3 root 6's. And on number 3, now we have 2 root 6's because we have a root 6 and a root 6. So 2 root 6's and a root 3. But this root 3 it doesn't match, so it can't combine. So we just leave him hanging out there. And the same thing on number 5. So on this one, we have negative 2 root 5, and here's another negative root 5. So altogether, that's negative 3 root 5's. And then I don't have a pair with my root 2, and I don't have a pair with my root 6, so we just write those guys down, minus 2 root 2 and minus 3 root 6. It doesn't matter what order you write them, you just need to know which ones you combine and which ones you cannot combine. And then we would look like 6 can't be reduced, 3 can't be reduced, 5 can't be reduced, 2 can't be reduced, 6 can't be reduced. So we don't have to do anything else with these. We're just combining them based on the number in front. So now we have negative 2 root 3 and negative 2 root 3. So that's negative 4 root 3. And then here's a root 2 and a root 5, which also cannot be combined. So we just leave those guys alone. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so then problems like number 11, where you have the roots of 6 and the roots of 5. These guys can't come together, but then I have this giant guy over here, this root 45. He can probably be reduced, so let's make a factor tree and see. So 9 times 5 is 45, and 9 can be broken up into 3 and 3. So he can be reduced. Okay, so I'm going to keep what we have. We have 3 root 6 minus 3 root 5 and 2. And then 45, we're going to put our leaves. So we have 3 times 3 times 5. Okay, so then we're going to reduce a radical. So we're going to come up with the pairs. So circle the pairs because these are all square roots, so the pair. One of the 3's goes out with the 2 and the other one goes away. So now we have 3 root 6. Nothing in the front is changing, so I'm just rewriting that down. When we take out a 3 to be with this 2, we are actually multiplying to what we have already. And then what's getting trapped underneath is our 5. Okay, so I'm just going to show you step by step. So we have 3 root 6 minus 3 root 5, and 2 times 3 is 6 root 5. Okay, now we're going to see if we have any like terms, and notice we have a root 5 and a root 5, so we're going to combine them. We don't have a root 6, so we're going to keep that guy hanging out in front. And then if I have 6 and I take away 3, then I have 3 root 5 left, and this is our answer. So sometimes you have to reduce before you can get started, or sometimes you'll have to get started and then reduce after. Like, let's see, number 14. This is a great example. So on this one, I have a root 5 and a 45 and a 45. I can combine these right away, so that's what we're going to do first. So I have negative 2 root 5's and positive 2 root 45's. Root 45. So if I have 2 and I take 2 away, just kidding. That means I have nothing here. Well, all that's left is 3 root 5. Okay, that one's done. Let's look at 13. Okay, 13, I have 2 root 12's and negative 3 root 12's and 2 root 12's. So I'm going to just combine them together. 2 minus 3 is negative 1, and negative 1 plus 2 is 1. So we have 1 root 12 or just root 12. Okay, so now we're going to see if we can reduce our 12. So 12 is 2 and 6 is 2 and 3, and we can. So we're going to replace the 12 with our leaves, 2 times 2 times 3. And remember, this is a square root, so we want a pair of numbers. One goes out and the other goes away. So 2 root 3 is our answer. Let's do one more. Let's do number 17. So on 17, we're going to start by combining what our like terms are. We've got 54, 6, 5, and 24, so no like terms. So now let's see. We can reduce 54. So 54 is 9 and 6, and 9 is 3 and 3, and 6 is 2 and 3. Wow, sorry. And we can also reduce 24. 24 is 4 times 6, and 4 is 2 and 2, and 6 is 2 and 3. Okay, so 54. Let's start with that one. So we have -2 root, and then I'm going to put all my leaves in order from least to greatest, 2, and then I have 3 3s. So I can take out a pair, and 1 goes away. So 1 3 goes out, and the other 3 goes away. And then my root 6 and my root 5 aren't going to do anything, but this cute little negative root 24 is going to simplify 2. I have 1, 2, 3, 2's getting multiplied, and a 3. So I have a pair of 2's, 1 goes out and the other goes away. So now what we have is we have this -2, and then we're going to multiply it with the 3 that we took out. Underneath we have 2 times 3, which is 6. Then we're going to subtract our 3 root 6, and we're going to subtract our 3 root 5 because those guys are left. And then here we have a negative. We're taking out a 2, and then we have 2 times 3 left, which is 6. Okay, so let's simplify. -2 times 3 is -6 root 6 minus 3 root 6 minus 3 root 5 minus 2 root 6. So I have some root 6. I have 6, -3, and -2. So 6 minus 3 is -9, -11 root 6 when we combine them all, minus 3 root 5. So here's our final answer. All right, so here's the tricks. Combine what you can, going for the like terms, okay, the radicals that have the same number, like in 16, how this guy is like, these two are like, so -2 minus 1 is -3. And then you need to check and make sure, since I can't combine these, that we can't reduce. So 3 cannot reduce, but 8 is 2 and 4 is 2 and 2, so it definitely reduced. Then we need to reduce, and then all my leaves, 2 times 2 times 2. Circle my pair, 1 goes out, the other disappears. So I have -3 root 3 plus 2. That's this guy, and then times it by the 2 that I got taken out, and my 2 is stuck. And then simplify. -3 root 3 plus 4 root 2. Now, if the 3 and the 2 matched, you would also have to combine those as well. So those are the steps to adding and subtracting radicals and then reducing. If you have any questions, please ask your teacher. Have a great day. Bye.